Hello everyone and welcome to Glow Beauty Wellness here on YouTube, and in today's video I'm going to show you just a little teensy bit of my personal workout from the other day. You will need some light weights, nothing heavier than 5, and perhaps some ankle weights if you're feeling brave. We are going to start with a yoga warm-up in down dog. Bring your belly button to spine, and as you exhale, float forward to a plank. We're going to do that again. Inhale, and as you exhale, bring it forward to a plank, hips back, and then we're going to do that again, waving your body forward. Feel every muscle in your body, hug the elbows in, chaturanga on down to your belly. Press through your palms and come to a cobra or baby cobra, whatever your back says works for you. And we're going to do it again. Exhale to release. Press on up. Curl the toes, down dog, and then walk it forward for a breath and down dog. Press into those heels. Wave the body forward. Chaturanga on down again, and then press on up, and we are going to find a comfortable seat in hero's pose, which is not so comfortable for everyone. So you can just come onto Sukhasana, which is just crisscross applesauce on your mat, and go ahead and grab your light weights. We're moving right into a lateral raise. All of our reps today are going to be between 20 and 30. So if you need to take a rest, if you're not used to that many reps, do that and then just come back and complete the move. Okay, now for a little stretchy stretch before we move on. Interlock your hands at the top, and then you're going to rotate those palms to the sky. Exhale to release, and then we're bringing our arms out to the side, and we are simply doing a rotating move like so. I'm going to add weights. You can continue to rotate just like that. If you are rotating with no weight, move with intention. Feel every muscle as you rotate. Okay, make sure you do a full rotation. Take your rest as needed. If you start with weights and then it becomes too much, release your weights. Releasing your weights, we're going to get into another stretch. Bring your right hand behind your back and then your left hand behind as well. And you're going to interlock those fingers, and you're tugging a little bit with your left hand, just a bit, to get that really, really good stretch on the underside of your arm. And we're going to do the same on the other side. Let's say you cannot reach your arms. This is where you're going to use a yoga strap or a towel so that you can connect the two fingertips. So, moving back into our exercise, we are going to take our weights in the hands. We're doing what I like to call a W with the arms. You can also do this with no weights, but just remember to move with intention. I do this all the time if I've been training too much, but I have to teach a class. I will do this with no weights. Just move with intention. So I would love for you to try to get that elbow slightly behind your back, and then you're simply just lifting the arms. Little movements, nothing, too stressful until you get to about rep 15. So again, let yourself rest when you need to and then come back. Go ahead and release your weights, and we're going to separate the knees and come to a child's pose. Really stretching the underside of your arms and giving yourself a rest because we're not done. So go ahead and grab those weights after you have had an adequate rest, rounding the back up, and let's get back into it. So we're just doing a hammer curl here to the shoulders and then to, closer to the mat. These are quick moves. Again, if you need to do this with no weight, feel free to do that. Here's what your move looks like from the side. Make sure your posture is nice and tall as we are sitting on the ground. Spine is long, belly button is engaged. So now we're bringing those arms back up, and we are going to simply bring our weight closer to the head and then extend it back into the sky. Again, release the weights when you need to. Make sure you are breathing through this and keeping that belly button to spine in order to protect your back and in order to keep the entire body working together. Okay, bringing those hands straight all the way to the ceiling and then directly out in front of you. We're going to bring our weights back and then press them forward and hold back, press them forward. This is our challenge move. This is the end of the arms for the most part, so stay with it because after this we are going to move on. Okay, dance break over. Side note, that's why my personal workouts take so long because I'm always dancing and just, stalling for time. So I am using these ankle weights. You do not have to. If you are a beginner, if you have back problems, then maybe not for the first time that you do this. But bring the pelvic area up, belly button to spine. Legs will come straight into the sky. Hands will come behind your head. And we're just going to be lowering one leg and then lifting. You're bringing the shoulder blades up off the mat as much as you can comfortably and safely. If it starts to hurt your neck being up like that, you are going to want to go ahead and release the head to the mat. But I personally like to just extend my arms up and really get my upper abs involved as well. And that is what bringing the shoulder blades off the mat does for you. Next, we're moving right into Flutter Kicks. We're going to take our hands and put them underneath our little booty and our hips, and you're just going to flutter, real simple, 20 to 30 reps. Remember to take your rest as needed. Moving right into side plank holds. You can hold a side plank on your hip, keeping the hips high. I'm sorry, on your knee, keeping your hips high if you need the support, but staying out of our shoulder. Try to keep a nice long line with the arms, hips high, and hold. Let's switch sides. We're doing the same exact thing on the other side. You want to keep your hips high. Don't go low. Keep your hips high. This is my struggle side. If you have not noticed, like my form is low-key off a little bit. But I like to notice these little differences between, the sides of our body and the strength between the left and the right. This is a thing and it exists. Just keep your hips high. Stay where you're at. Stay the course, and then look, then we get to move on. So this is just me obviously just showing off at this point. Boat pose on down to the mat or just get down to your back, and we're going to do a half bicycle going toward that right knee, left elbow and knee. I would love for them to reach. Okay, get that shoulder blade up off of the mat. We're going for 15 on one side, and then we're going to go for 15 on the other side. taking a rest in reclined bound angle, we are going to take that half bicycle to the other side. So right elbow will reach toward our left knee. We are now done with the ankle weights if you had them. And the next clip, I'm just showing you guys, how I struggle sometimes. This is a side plank and we're going to be tapping our top leg forward and back. And this is just an example. I decided to leave this clip in this video because no matter what your fitness level, no matter how fit you get or your goals, you will always have some things that you struggle at, and you'll see I'm a little more steady on this side than I am on the other side. So don't feel bad if you are not doing things perfectly, or if you have to start again, or if you start and stop again. Just get back on track. And as always, I thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.